Welcome back to the show. Austria as our next stop as we bring you our second report from the Peakbreak. As this was a short single time trial stage, everyone took the opportunity of a good rest. A last check on the bikes to see if they'd survived the gravel, and Peakbreak continued from Bruneck to Austria to Großkirchheim. Part of the field was the German Hans Pemminger, who at 75 years old was the oldest rider.
The Alps are so fascinating, and I really enjoyed going uphill as we were not going too fast. I really want to see the scenery and not just ride. I forget about the exertions pretty easily, but will never forget what I've seen. For me, that's the most important thing.
The route along Val Pistoria was a spectacular experience, but Peakbreak was still a stage race. The top favourites take the stage fairly easily, but ahead of them was Herbert Arnhoff from Vienna, a great time trial rider who does enjoy this fairly flat stage. He was chasing Werner Grünkasser from Belfeld, Germany, who held the lead over the 15% climb to Esselberg to arrive in Großkirchheim first.
Well, at the 110-kilometre mark I was done, but wow, that was awesome.
The highest mountain in Austria, Großklochner, is the highlight of the week for many. Starting in Großkirchheim, the field starts slowly in the direction of Heiligenblut and then on to the Großklochner. Arriving in Heiligenblut, the field parts into little groups. From the start, they've already done 1,500 metres of climbing. It's important to limit the energy they've used because the Großklochner is still ahead. After only a few metres, both favourites for the overall win, Karl Feldstieg and Christoph Skutka, break away from the field and lead together. Not sure if one or the other would dare an attack just yet at the Fuscherol, the second mountain classification before the Glockner, with still 82 kilometres of distance to go to the finish.
I get on my bike in the morning and I just want to manage it, and it's great when it works out. It's fun because people stick together, they ride together. It's certainly a pleasure, and we talk about passion all the time. We've experienced that after 2-3 days the riders suddenly realise how much they're capable of. That motivates them and makes it easier for the rest of the week.
What goes up must come down. The descent from the Großklochner is one of the most beautiful in the Alps. 32 kilometres to roll down to Bruck in Pinzgau. There's still many kilometres to go on the stage, passing Lake Zal and Mire Alm in the direction of Hochkönig Mountain. As the Großklochner climb wasn't enough already, there were two more tricky climbs to come, Vilsattel and Dietner Sattel. We asked the five-time Peakbreak finisher Wilco Lang what Peakbreak means to him.
Du kommst hin, gibst deine Sachen ab, kümmerst dich im Grunde genommen nur noch mit Radfahren.
You get here, leave your belongings, and you only care about your bike. You let go. I don't even know what day it is. You get up in the morning and you prepare yourself to simply go cycling, and I can just switch off.
Vollkommen abgeschaltet.
The Kitzbühel Horn wasn't only the deciding mountain for the Tour of Austria, it was also the decider for the Peakbreak 2013. A tough climb on day 6.
It's a challenge. You ask yourself every day, can you do it another day and another day and another day? Because we are not in a good shape like most of the other, so we do the best we can and hang on. It's a beautiful view and a beautiful race, so happy people, no problem.
The overall leader, Christoph Skupka, in bib 39, tries to attack but soon caught. Belzig, wearing bib 24 right in the field, still keeps his chance of a victory. Everything looked like a showdown for the Kitzbühel Horn. Skupka only leading by 23 seconds. But suddenly at a descent there were little gaps in the field and Belzig rolls away. The cyclist from Klagenfurt arrives at the Kitzbühel Horn on his own with a 3-minute lead. Skupka is not supported by the group and can't catch up to fill the gap. Only now he tries to make the best of it so he can attack later over the next few days. At the Kitzbühel Horn, everyone will be on their own anyway. The climb of 22.4% is waiting, painful for everyone. Belzig rides at a constant speed. Skupka can't get closer. This will be a big win for Belzig, who rode the stage from Bischofshofen in 3 hours and 30 minutes.
As the road was wet, there was a gap opening. I was thinking 3 times, then I looked on my tachometer and thought it was less than a middle distance bike marathon in descent, and everyone will have his own pace. I hoped my competitors would be a little insecure and not come along, so it worked. It was super good.
Wenn keiner vielleicht mitführt oder so. Super geil.
Skupka is 4 minutes behind and has to hand over the leader's jersey to Belzig, now 3.5 minutes ahead in the overall classification.
Das ist gut gemacht.
...179 kilometres and 3 hard mountains to go on the way to Bad Kleinkirchheim. Karl Belzig was now the one to be chased, but with a 3-minute lead, he could start this stage with confidence. Interesting scene is Skupka's attack and the counter-attack while Peter Paulus comes from behind and overtakes his opponents. He knows Belzig wouldn't come after him. Paulus catches up with Wimmer and Löhr and rolls on his own over the Silk Pass in the direction of Carinthia. Heading in the direction of Turcher Höhe, Skupka tries to escape, but Belzig follows and catches him. Tough Peter Paulus already climbs the Turcher Höhe and is victorious in Bad Kleinkirchheim after 130 kilometres on his own. And we'll be back in Austria after the break. And still to come, we're in Switzerland for a rowing race with a difference. See you in a couple of minutes.